Members, the question is the Minister's amendment set out on, part two, the Minister's amendment set out on supplementary order paper number 106 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. It will stand part. The next question is that the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove's amendment set out on SOP number 439 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The amendment will not stand part. The question now is that Julian Genter's amendment set out on supplementary order paper number 446 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The amendment will not stand part. The question now is that part 2 as amended stand part. All those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. Part 2 will stand part. The question now is that the Minister's amendments to part 3 set out on supplementary order paper 106 stand part. All those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The amendments will stand part. The question now is that part 3 as amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. Part 3 as amended will stand part. The question now, we'll come to the schedules, and the question are that the schedules stand part. The first question is that the amendments to the schedules set out on supplementary order paper number 106 stand part. All those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The amendments will stand part. The question now is that the schedule as amended stand part. All those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The schedules will stand part. The question now is that clauses 1 to 3 stand part. So the question clause 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. Clause 1 will stand part. The question now is that Minister's amendment to clause 2 set out on SOP number 106 will stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. The amendments will stand part. The question now is that clause 2 as amended will stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. Clause 2 will stand part. The question now is that clause 3 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Those against no. Clause 3 will stand part. Members, I will report this bill with amendments presently. So where's my report? Oh, we're going straight there. Oh, okay. Members, we turn now to the Radio New Zealand point of order. Joanne Hayes.
Mr Chair, it's been a very busy week for the House, and so I seek leave for the House to rise early.
Leave for that purpose. So we put leave for that purpose. Any objection? There appears to be not.
Just wait, I'll get this for you.
Great. The House is resumed. Mr Speaker.
Mr Chairman.
Mr Speaker, the committee has considered the Gambling Amendment Bill number 3 and reports it with amendment. The committee also considered the Construction Contracts Amendment Bill and reports it with amendment. The committee has also considered the Radio New Zealand Amendment Bill and reports no progress. The committee has also considered the Weathertight Homes Resolution Service Amendment Bill and reports no progress. Mr Speaker, I move that the report be adopted.
The question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The Gambling Amendment Bill number 3 is set down for third reading next sitting day. The Construction Contracts Amendment Bill is also set down for third reading next sitting day. The Radio New Zealand Amendment Bill and the Weathertight Homes Resolution Service Amendment Bill are set down for further consideration in committee. I understand that the Government Whip wants to seek leave for something or other.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave for the House to rise early.
I presume by that the member means forthwith. Is there any objection to that? There appears to be no objection. The House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. on Tuesday the 13th of October 2015.